Right here on Radio Row in Las Vegas. Mark Ingram joins us now on the SportsGrid set. Ben Stevens and Kevin Walsh as well. Mark, we appreciate you being here. We are live in Las Vegas, the gaming capital of the world. I know you are a partner of the American Gaming Association. So is SportsGrid.
Yeah.
We are teammates.
Family.
As we
Yes.
That's
Team.
dare I say, big trust.
Big.
Oh,
In
now,
the flesh.
You just made my day.
Yes,
the fact that we
sir.
could do that, and it is a true partnership, is beautiful. Being in Las Vegas, sports gaming capital of the world, when we get ready for the Super Bowl, what do people need to know about what the AGA is trying to accomplish?
AJ is trying to tell you guys, bet responsibly. Know what you're betting. Understand your bet. Have your limit. Don't go over your limit. And it should be an added form of entertainment. Have fun. Don't let it stress you out. It should not take away from the enjoyment of the game with your families.
Yeah.
AGA estimates nearly 68 million people will be gambling on this game.
Yeah.
Nearly $23 billion.
It's a lot.
That's a lot.
Heavy money.
Heavy.
But we encourage you to bet responsibly.
Safe and responsible.
Yeah.
That is always the key.
That is the
even
way.
for Super Bowl 58. So let's dive in to Super Bowl 58. You've been around the league for a very long time, 12 years in the National Football League. You have seen the Kansas City Chiefs. You have seen the San Francisco 49ers reach this place in Las Vegas. What do you expect to see on Super Bowl Sunday?
It's going to be a heavyweight title bout. Rocky versus Apollo. Rest in peace. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's going to be a heavyweight title bout, man. And you talk about the Chiefs being able to play their best football at the most important time. Like, everyone was questioning them throughout the season.
Yeah.
But they went into Buffalo, dub. Went into Baltimore, dub. Like, they are just balling on a different level right now. The receivers and Mahomes, they're all on the same page. Pacheco, what he's able to do in the run game, their defense is probably the best defense that they've had in this Mahomes era.
Yeah.
So then you talk about the Chiefs, right? Like McCaffrey, what he's able to do affecting the game. If he gets going, that opens up everything else for Ayuk, for Debo, for Kittle. You talk about Trent Williams, you talk about Brock Purdy, what he's able to do. Their defense, Fred Warner. Like, that D-line they got, nasty.
Yeah.
Bro, this is going to be a heavyweight title bout. As a fan, I want the Niners to win.
Okay.
I'm putting money on the game.
Oh,
I'm going Chiefs.
plus 2.5 for money line
I'm
outright.
going Chiefs.
Okay, that's a
I'll
plus
take the
110
point.
ticket.
I'll double bet it. I'll
like
do
that.
money line and I'll take the points too. Two separate bets.
I'll see you at the
Not worried
window.
about it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm taking it. You giving me points with Patty Mahomey over there?
Here's the deal, though. They got more points from Baltimore.
Oof.
I'm not going to get over that game for a while.
I'm hurt by that game,
But,
man.
okay, so you are the perfect person to ask. Lamar is excellent, spent the whole offseason defending him, and then he proved it right. I don't mind him throwing the ball 35 times. But that team's ability to run the football is so incredible, and I felt they left Kansas City off the hook in that game. For you, knowing so many of the guys involved, how did you feel watching that AFC title game
I
play
felt like
out?
I wasn't watching the team I had watched all season long.
Exactly.
I don't know what the game plan was. I heard that it was some run, pass checks.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. But in my eyes, your DNA is physicality, running
Yes.
the football, and then using the play action, and then using the drop back pass to complement the run game. You know what I mean? Because that's when it opens up things downfield for Lamar to be able to use his arm talent. But besides for the game plan and the lack of running the ball, they also had some inopportune turnovers.
Yeah.
Some personal foul penalties that adds 15 yards on a 30-yard play, takes 15 yards away from a 50-yard play.
Mm-hmm.
They had like 5 or 6 personal foul penalties. They beat themselves in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And when you have a Kansas City team with Andy Reid that's playing at a level like they were, they did nothing to beat themselves in that game.
It's true.
They didn't turn the ball over. They didn't have penalties that set them back behind the chains. You're 1st and 20, it's harder. You don't have a playbook.
Yeah.
You don't have a play in the playbook for that. You know what I mean? You got to get back on schedule. So I just felt like it was a team that I didn't recognize.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They beat themselves. The game plan wasn't to what it was the entire season, and that proved costly for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have a bad game in the playoffs, you go home.
Yep.
It's just
Listen,
It's still eating him up. I see it.
number 1 overall seed in the AFC, 13 wins, the most in the National Football League throughout the regular season. 4 personal foul penalties, 3 turnovers. That was not Baltimore
That's
football.
not winning football.
16 rush attempts as a team, only 3 for each running back, Gus Edwards and Justice Hill. I have a feeling if Mark Ingram is in that backfield, it's more than 3 carries for a running back.
Pull my teeth out now. Like 6 carries between the backs? Like and 3 turnovers and 4 personal fouls?
Yeah.
You cannot win like that.
No.
Versus Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid and Travis Kelce going for $120.
So let me ask you, Lamar Jackson is more than likely going to win his 2nd NFL MVP in the regular season. Number 1 overall seed, twice in his NFL playoff career, yet to reach a Super Bowl. What is it going to take for Lamar Jackson and the Ravens to get to that mountaintop?
Listen, it's a team game. So everyone wants to put it on Lamar. Like, the quarterback can't win by himself. It has to come from the coaching staff, putting a great game plan together, the players executing the game plan, the players having the wherewithal not to create personal foul penalties and create things that will hurt the team in the game. You cannot beat yourselves. In order to win, you have to stop from beating yourself. And in these playoff games that the Ravens have lost, even in 2019 when I was there, we beat ourselves. Turnovers, drop passes, personal foul penalties. These are things you cannot have in the NFL tournament, because if you the thing that's special about the NFL is it's a 1-game elimination. You lose that game, you go home. Other games, the best team will probably win 4 out of 7. The best team in baseball will win 4 out of 7. The best team in hockey will win whatever. You know what I mean? In football, you have to be at your best at the most important time of the year, which is right now. And what I'm thinking is this is callousing Lamar. This is creating a monster. It's creating a hunger for Lamar, and he will be back. He will be in this game, and he will win a Super Bowl. It's not happening as soon as we want it to, but it will happen.
I believe that, but if we're talking winning football, Alabama, look, for any other program, great year for them, not what they wanted, but Milroe's back. But the coach is different. Kalen DeBoer in for Nick Saban. I love Jalen Milroe, the quarterback, and I'm excited to see what he can do for another year. We're far out, but we're never too far away to talk college football.
Never.
How do you feel about Milroe and DeBoer heading into next season?
Listen, shout out to my coach, Nick Saban, man.
Absolutely.
The greatest college coach has ever done it.
Undoubtedly.
Congratulations to you on your retirement. He deserves it. Gets time to spend time with Miss Terry, his family. He's out here trying to boogie board. You know what I mean? He deserves all of this. He has much more things going for him besides for football, so I'm glad he gets to enjoy his life. But we are also excited for Coach DeBoer. He's been a winner everywhere he's been, was just in the national championship game with Washington, and we're blessed and appreciative to have him leading our program. He's done a great job of weathering the storm of everything that has happened since he's been the head coach. And Jalen Milroe is a baller. I like to call him Jalen Millie Milroe, Millie Rock Milroe.
Ooh, I like
but
that.
No, he is the man, man. And I'm excited to see what he'll be able to do in this DeBoer offense. We saw what Penix was able to do the last 2 years, airing the ball out. But you add the dynamic athleticism of his legs and how he can affect the game as a runner. He's usually the fastest and most dynamic player on the field for any field he steps on, and he's a quarterback. And then he still has the arm talent, and he'll continue to grow. He showed so much growth from the first game, 2 games, until the last end of the year. If he hadn't had that growth, we wouldn't have been in the national championship. So I know what he's built, what's in his DNA, and how he works. He will have that same amount of improvement going into next year. And that's something that I'm excited about. It's something that all Crimson Tide country should be about, because we don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide. Blitz, Bama, Blitz.
That is for sure. You're talking to 2 big Jalen Milroe guys. We both believe he will have one of the 5 best prices to win the Heisman Trophy from the odds perspective entering 2024. Last question for me.
Shout out AGA.
Shout out AGA. A responsible wager, perhaps, on Jalen Milroe, preseason Heisman favorite.
Yes, sir.
You just wrapped up your first year with Big Noon Kickoff, covering college football from the media side now. So many sweeping changes coming to CFP in 2024. Conference realignment, 12-team college football playoff in the expansion. What do you expect to see next year in college football?
I think it's going to be exciting, man. Just think of the realignment we've had. Like, the RIP to the Pac-12, but USC, Ohio State, Washington, Oregon, you know what I mean, Michigan, that's a power conference right there. Then you have Texas, Oklahoma going to the SEC. Like, we're going to see a lot of marquee matchups, and we're going to see a lot of great matchups, and then we get an expansion of the playoff.
Yep.
So these bowl games who have been irrelevant, people opting out, now we have more incentive to play in these in these playoff games because now it's 12 teams. So I think if college football is a stock, I'm buying it.
I like that.
If college football is a stock, I'm buying it.
I agree.
I'm going in too.
You know what I mean?
You looking for investment?
Hey, all right, is it going public?
I take
You know
it.
what I mean?
If it is, we'll be there. I have one question. It might be ridiculous, but just humor me. If you played in a high school football game tomorrow, what does that stat line look like?
I'm probably running for 400 yards and 12 touchdowns.
Yes,
It's like,
that's what I'm looking for.
You know,
on 8 carries. I'm going
even
100
Todd
Come
Monken's
on,
offense you're
bro.
taking
Yes.
off.
Yes.
I'm going for 200 yards on the 3 carries that they had.
You know, we get
that's
in the
perfect.
tram on our way here from our media
that's
hotel, and he
perfect.
goes, I've got a very insane question to ask Mark Ingram, and I wonder what he'll say about it. And he said what the question was. I was like, that's brilliant.
No, it's an awesome question.
I
Bro, like, a grown man's strength is different from high school. Even
Right,
yeah.
from college and high school is different.
yes,
Them kids not about to tackle me.
No.
You
Certainly
block
not.
a little bit.
Yeah.
certainly
I
not.
don't even
block-
know.
yeah.
I think us two out there.
I played a
former
little
high school
offensive line in
offensive
high school.
lineman.
Hey,
Backup high school quarterback?
let's go.
I'll read it to
Run
you.
the option, you know what I
Easy.
mean?
Easy.
You pulling?
No
Oh.
problem.
Come on. Off the
36
inside hip.
power
up
sweep.
To the crib.
You could lateral to me if I
mean, that's
catch
good.
it, I
Here,
could
pocket
score.
still. You got
Still
it.
got it.
You got it.
Still
putting
got
up,
it.
You're putting up Derrick Henry high school stats. There's
100%,
no doubt about it.
12,000 yards rushing
Easy.
in a career. His high school numbers are ridiculous,
Yeah, crazy.
by the way.
But one of my favorite
Every numbers he's high school, college, league, his numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a mutant running the football. He's a DN playing running back.
2
Not
Heisman
uneasy.
winners out of Alabama.
Yep,
Mark
roll
Ingram,
tide,
Derrick Henry,
King
out of the
Henry.
running back spot.
Soon to be Milrow.
Soon to be Millie Milrow. Millie Rock.
Yeah, hit a Millie Rock
Yeah,
as we get
yeah,
out of here.
Yeah.
Kevin Walsh, Ben Stevens, Mark Ingram, live from Las Vegas on Radio Row.
Yes, sir. That boy hit it. He had it. Yeah.
He's from Queens. He knows what that's
He
like.
knows
you know?
so. He knows so.